In this video, I'm gonna train for 30 days in the same way Gal Gadot prepared for her role as Wonder Woman. And then at the very end, I'm gonna put my training to the superhero test in my very first action scene. Wonder Woman is one of the most recognizable and iconic superheroes of all time. She first appeared in a DC comic book in 1941 during the midst of World War II to assist the war effort, but grew to become so much more. Ever since I was a little girl, I was inspired by this empowering character that symbolizes a smart and strong female who isn't afraid to take action even in the face of heartbreak or danger. The Wonder Woman character has evolved so much in the last 80 years, with countless appearances in almost all aspects of pop culture, such as comics, TV shows, toys, video games, movies, and beyond. Many different actresses have played Wonder Woman, but most recently the role has been played by Gal Gadot, an Israeli soldier turned model and actress. To prepare her for taking on this role that has pushed her into global stardom, Gal Gadot was trained by my good friend Magnus Lygdback for months, both before and during the filming of Wonder Woman 1984. Magnus is a well-respected Hollywood trainer and nutritionist and the creator of the Magnus Method. Over the years, he has trained many celebrities for their roles in upcoming movies and other performances. You might remember that he trained Alicia Vikander for her role as Lara Croft in Tomb Raider, and I actually did a video where I took on that workout challenge myself under his guidance. Now I'm back for a 30-day fitness challenge to see if I have what it takes to play the role of Wonder Woman. Now, we're gonna go meet up with Magnus to chat about the upcoming Wonder Woman challenge. So now I came up with this crazy idea to, again, train like Wonder Woman for 30 days.
I am super excited about that challenge. You did so well with the Lara Croft challenge, so I cannot wait to see you take on this challenge.
So tell me a bit more about what it was like working with Gal Gadot and what her routine was as far as the workouts, how long you guys trained for, her nutrition plan, and everything.
Well, first of all, it was an honor to be part of the Wonder Woman franchise. I think she's an important superhero. It's always about building a character and giving them the skill set they need. Then it's also about shaping them physically. And the third thing that's really important is to make sure they stay healthy and that they don't get injured while filming.
Because that can get pretty expensive.
Yes, and you don't want to be the guy who injured Gal Gadot. We trained for about 4 months before we flew out to start the real prep on location. So I would say we trained maybe for 5-6 months before we started filming. And then you obviously train throughout filming as well. And we're filmed for 6-7 months.
Well, I'm very curious to see how this is gonna turn out for me. I'm not really sure what to expect this time around, but we have 30 days, so let's get started.
Let's do it.
To kick off my training, I had a DEXA scan done so that I'll be able to track my exact muscle gain and body fat loss throughout the next 30 days. I then jumped right into the workouts, which definitely felt a little wonky since most of these exercises I had never done before.
Give me the waddle.
Oh yeah, feel the burn. We haven't even done one of these supersets and my legs are shaking. Day one is going well.
Come on, all you got, all you got.
I really can't do anymore. We have just completed the first week of training. As I mentioned before, this training gets progressively harder each week, so it's 5 days on, 2 days off. Now, We get our first 2 rest days now, and I definitely need them because every muscle in my body feels so sore. Way harder than I remember to get started with this stuff, so just wish us luck. I thankfully have my friend Brooke here as an accountability partner. She's been challenging me to wake up super early and complete this workout first thing in the morning, which is very new for me. I have a really hard time waking up in the morning, but she's been rallying and bringing coffee, so that helps. So we are now in the grocery store because, as Magnus has mentioned many times before, the nutrition aspect of this training is equally important to the workouts themselves.
Absolutely. So I'm happy that we're here so I can, show you what to eat.
I think the rule was to have 3 eggs for breakfast, right?
That is right. That's about 18 to 20 grams of protein. You can boil them, you can poach them, you can turn them into an omelette with vegetables, and you can have a little fun with it.
Yeah, well, what I've been doing is I'm sauteing onions and mushrooms, and then I'm adding to hit on, and I'm also not cooking with any butter, which is sad. I've been doing olive oil instead, and then I'm also adding like half an avocado to the meal as
Excellent.
well.
Avocado is an excellent fat source, so
yeah.
That's exactly what you should be doing.
Okay, so eggs it is.
Yes.
So in between breakfast and lunch, I've been doing a protein shake, which is just the protein powder and water, nothing else.
And the reason we're doing that is it's the most simple way of me controlling your protein or macro intake. We need to keep it simple, we need to make this work. I need to know that you're getting what you need. Yeah. So that's why we're doing the shake. What
is a good example of a lunch that Gal would have while training for Wonder Woman?
A typical lunch could be like a grilled piece of fish with a nice little side salad and a slow carb, which could be farro, barley.
Another thing that I'm needing to avoid on this diet, which has been so difficult, is bread. You don't really realize until you're trying not to eat bread that bread is literally a part of everything. Like sandwiches just go out the window.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on like tortillas?
Well, I eat tortillas every week, but they're not a great carb for you. That's the way it is, and we're trying to eat as clean as healthy as possible. So a normal person can eat tortillas.
Yeah, but for training,
you're not allowed to. That's the way it is.
No tortillas either. That's fine. Magnus has a very specific nutrition plan for each of his clients. According to my body's measurements, he calculated that I should be eating just below 1,700 calories per day. This breaks down into 105 grams of protein, 175 grams of carbs, and 60 grams of fat. Every day of the week, I would have 5 meals. Breakfast consists of protein and fat, preferably in the form of 3 eggs and avocado. Then for a snack, I'll have a protein shake which contains a mixture of 25 grams of egg or whey protein powder and water. For lunch, I would eat a fist-sized portion of protein, 2 fists of carbs, and a fist of healthy fats. Then, in the late afternoon, it's time for another protein shake. Finally, the last meal of the day is a dinner packed with protein, fat, and carbs. Good morning, guys. I just finished making some breakfast because I am going on a bit of an adventure. Today, I have a work trip in Utah, and then I'm going to be going and seeing my family in Yosemite, but I want to document the process of actually trying to do a fitness challenge like this while real life is happening. So I just cooked up my 3 morning eggs. The Uber to the airport is about to get here, and it's time to go. This is the harsh reality of trying to do some kind of strict diet while also having real life happen. So today I woke up at 6, 7 a.m. I got most of my, protein in with the powders and I ate a bunch of eggs this morning, but I traveled all day and as you can see it was a pretty full-on shoot. It's 11 p.m. The only place I could possibly get food right now is In-N-Out. So yeah, this is gonna be the one and only cheat meal that I'm gonna be doing. I think Magnus would be very disappointed if he could see me right now. But I'm so hungry and I don't have any choices. So here's to the most epic cheat meal ever. We have animal style fries, a double cheeseburger, a Dr. Pepper, and a vanilla shake. Because if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it right. Cheers. Cheers. Travel update, it is about 9 p.m. right now and I have just arrived at yet another random hotel room. I am exhausted. I look exhausted. I've been up since 4 a.m. non-stop and I have not worked out yet today. And all I want to do is take a shower and curl up in bed, but this is one of those moments where I'm learning what it means to be Wonder Woman. And I'm realizing that Wonder Woman isn't just one of these Amazonian warriors that lives on some fantasy island training all day. It's a real woman who, after all of the other aspects of her life and her work have been taken care of, can show up for herself with enough power and energy to take care of herself both mentally and physically. And that is something so admirable and it's a character trait that I strive for. So this tired moment right now feels like one of those defining moments where I just really need to like pull it from within and, you know, get this workout started. So let's do it. All right, so I'm just finishing up week 2 of the training. Now I'm actually in Yosemite National Park right now, and even though I'll be hiking for a bit during the day, it's still not hitting all of the different muscle groups that I want to target with these workouts. So I had to plan the whole trip around finding a hotel that would have a gym with all the equipment that I need, and then planning my whole day schedule around it so that I have like at least an hour to exercise, which is a lot of effort, but it's definitely worth it. So I'm about halfway through this training and I'm feeling really good about it so far.
Well, you look great. You've made a lot of progress.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is, you know, that's awesome. That means you're doing the right things.
It's been hard. It's been really hard.
Yes, it is hard, but you know, it's going to be worth it. That's what I always say. It is hard, but it will be worth it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the part that I've been struggling the most with is getting enough carbs into my body, because this is minimally double the amount of food that I usually eat.
So isn't that interesting how you eat volume-wise? You eat more food now.
And I feel like I'm losing weight.
But you are losing body fat.
It's wild. It's so counterintuitive to like that crazy crash diet culture where people basically just starve themselves to lose weight. It's the exact opposite, and I can definitely tell that I'm losing body fat. Like it's just like totally different feeling like all over my body. Being able to give myself, my life and my routine a lot more structure with, I know that I need to block off at least an hour a day to exercise and take care of my body, and then being really conscious of my meals throughout the day it's been a really good, you know, structural change for my life. Before meeting Magnus, I had never worked one-on-one with a personal trainer in the gym. His corrections improved my form and helped to maximize my performance. After a few weeks of this intense training, I was finally starting to hit my stride and feel more confident in my new weekly fitness routine. It is now the beginning of week 3, and I have some very good news for you. Our friends at Skillshare are back to sponsor this video, which means that you'll be getting new skills for free, and I'll be subjecting myself to yet another monthly challenge. And for this month's challenge, I am going to be taking on the hardest days of training and doing it all while telling you about Skillshare. To up the stakes, if I make any mistakes during my whole ad read, I'm gonna have to start the set completely over. And this is gonna be particularly fun because right now I am a bit bloated, somewhat dehydrated, and I may or may not have eaten a bit too much food before coming here. So this is gonna be really fun for me. Let's just get started. If you haven't heard of Skillshare, it's an online learning community filled with thousands of inspiring classes for curious and creative people. It's curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads, and they're constantly launching new premium classes. That, my friends, was a one-take wonder. I've always wondered what it would be like to create my very own action scene. And even though I'm on a shoestring budget, I know that with clever planning and production, I'll be able to replicate my very own superhero fight scene worthy of Wonder Woman. I recently started taking a class on Skillshare called Video on a Budget by Christopher Rhodes. And it has been so helpful for learning how to prepare everything from gear to costumes for my upcoming Wonder Woman shoot. Hopefully at the end of this video, you're gonna see that action scene come to life. They've always had classes, my God. I've been using Skillshare for years at this point after I signed up through a YouTube video just like this. I've kept my membership because it's always had new classes that would help me out with whatever project I was working on at the time. With unlimited access to thousands of inspiring classes on topics such as freelancing, writing, video, and more, you can use Skillshare to explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and take the next step in your creative journey. All right, now I think it's time for the bonus round. The best part of Skillshare is that the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in my description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. You get knowledge for free, and it helps my channel out so much when you use my link when you sign up. I've done this take so many times. So if you want to keep these monthly Skillshare challenges coming in the future, I'm so done. Don't forget to send a link to this video and to any of your friends who might also be interested. Wow, that last one really got me. It could definitely improve my push-ups a bit more. But, you know, can't believe that I have another 4 days until I get a rest day. But for now, it's time to go drink a protein shake.
One more.
Come on, girl, you got this. Come on. All you got. Leave it on the table. You got it, Lex. You got it. You got it. Keep it up. You got it. The longest 5 seconds of your life. Let's go. Woo! You got it.
This is so hard.
Yes. Yes.
R.I.P. She sprinted too hard. All right, my results from this 30-day Wonder Woman training are now in, and I gained 1.7 pounds of muscle, and I lost 2.5 pounds of fat in 30 days.
Love it. That's a great result, if you ask me.
It feels pretty good. I didn't know exactly what to think of it because I had such a crazy result from my Tomb Raider training. I gained almost 6 pounds of muscle during that 45-day training, but the more I thought about it, I was thinking that that could potentially be because I, at that point, had never really worked out in my life with weight training, and now I've been doing it for about a year, so potentially I should expect less dramatic results at this point.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't gain 6 pounds of muscle mass every time you do a 30 to 45-day challenge.
Why not?
So if we look where you started in the beginning of Tomb Raider and how when you lost all that body fat.
Yeah, I think I started around 33%
exactly
body fat, and now I'm at 27. I lost a little bit more than 1% body fat during the past 30 days.
So you're still making progression?
Yes.
So with the Tomb Raider, you made progression, you gained muscle mass, lost body fat, and now you're continuing that.
And actually, one thing that was different about this training versus the Tomb Raider one, other than that it was, you know, the Tomb Raider one was for 15 days longer, but for this one, I had real life kind of happen. I had to go away for work. I went on a trip with my family briefly, and you know, some things happened with my diet that I couldn't be in control of. The first training, I didn't cheat on anything. I was in the gym basically every day and nothing else came up. So I think that this one was an interesting test of seeing how to integrate these kind of trainings and workouts into normal life, because not all of us can have access to a gym every single day, but it really came down to just being able to put in the effort when I was tired after work, I didn't want to go to the gym, but just getting myself, you know, out there, and then also planning ahead to make sure that I was staying in places that would have some kind of a gym, or worst case scenario, working out in my hotel room. But yeah, that was the hardest part.
And it's those days that matter. Mm-hmm. That's where you make the difference, when you show up when you don't want to. So I'm proud of you. I think you did really, really well.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm proud of myself as well, and this was definitely the most fun training to date. It was great to chat with Magnus and go over everything, but now is the moment that you have all been waiting for. It's time for me to put my superhero training to the test with my very own little action scene. I've never done anything even remotely like this before in my life, but thankfully I have the help of some amazing people. So without further ado, please enjoy. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been such a fun way to celebrate completing my 1-month Wonder Woman training. No, not yet, get back down there. There were definitely some points along this journey where I wanted to skip some of the workouts or, you know, quit being so strict with the nutrition, but it has been such a rewarding journey. And I hope that this video has inspired some of you guys to push your own limits and to become the healthiest version of yourselves. This has been so much fun to film this action scene, and it would have not been possible without my incredible team. All you guys, get up here now. Thank you so much to beautiful Kat. We got Austin, Aiden, Will, and Brooke. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe to join the Limitless Army, and I will catch you again next week.